Hey guys, happy Monday. Glad you could join me. Hope you had a great Easter weekend. I know I had a good time. I mean, I had a great dinner. Uh, did some bouquets, went into my garden, plucked some flowers out, made some bouquets. I've got 3 bouquets in my house, man. Um, I don't know. That's how I'm rolling these days. I find a lot of pleasure and satisfaction just uh, producing things with my own hands, right, for my own benefit. And gardening is like that. Um, I like to do other things too, like fishing and whatnot. I like to cook my own food. But yeah, man, I had a great weekend. I hope you guys did too. It hasn't been easy for any of us. It's been really difficult, actually. We're continuing to go through just cycles of disinformation, misinformation. It's becoming almost impossible to figure out up from down, left from right, who's wrong. It's just out of control. Um, and so here we are with the Iran situation, the war in Iran, and everyone's criticizing President Trump for his rhetoric, for his bombastic rhetoric, for his out of control nature. Uh, and you've got in the middle of that a crazy situation where we had to rescue one of our pilots who was shot down. F-15 pilot was shot down, and the pilot was able to scale a 7,000 kilometer mountain or something like that. I don't know, a 7 kilometer mountain. Sorry. So the dude scaled a 7 kilometer mountain, had to get through enemies coming at him, firing at him. Our military was using our Reaper drones to go in and take out enemies as they were coming after him. As he was going through 7 kilometers of mountainous terrain, he was eventually saved, and it's going to be a movie now. And so there's all kinds of craziness happening now, all kinds of just storylines that are Hollywood storylines. I mean, it's just wild and crazy what's happening. And in the middle of it is Trump, and he's with this rhetoric. He's like, "I'm going to blow all the Iranians to hell. He's going to blow up all their infrastructure." He's giving them ultimatums. It's really getting heated up in here, and people are thinking that Trump is out of control, that this is unwarranted, it's uncalled for. Um, and I have a different opinion on this. I have a different point of view. I think, and hopefully, I'm trying to share this perspective through the off ramp. And guys, welcome to the off ramp. I am Thomas Jason Anderson, your host. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to change the conversation a little bit so that the world can catch up to what's really happening, and so that people can understand. For those of you who don't understand why Trump is being so bombastic with his rhetoric and why he's being so irreverent with his rhetoric, he's operating from a different perspective than we are, and he's dealing with realities that the general public, we haven't been told about. Basically, we just haven't, and it's unfair to us. But I think it's hard for the world, especially our leaders, to accept how much they've failed us, right? and and so in order for our leaders to reveal to us what's really going on, they have to first admit that they failed us, right? Because if they were to reveal what's really happening, if it were to become public knowledge what's really going on in politics in America, in Washington D.C., all hell would break loose. Just That's just the truth. And so these guys, they can't admit that they failed us, and so they're holding up, a fake portrayal of what's happening right now, in politics and in the world. And one of the ways they're able to hide behind it is through the party mantras, through Republican versus Democrat, left versus right, communism versus capitalism. As long as people are arguing those with those types of platforms or arguments, everyone ignores what's really happened, because the truth is we've been so let down politically by our government, by our elected officials, that we don't really have a real ideology we're operating from. And none of the countries that are leading us right now, none of them are operating from any real ideology. We all of our leaders have failed us. They've because of technology and other things, like the cat's out of the bag, the genie's out of the bottle, the toothpaste is out of the tube. No one has control over this system, the world system right now, and everyone jockeying to control it. It's just it's a dead man's mission because no one you're not going to be able to. It's gotten that it's uncontrollable. And so what we're seeing now are a bunch of countries pretending like we're going to take control, but it's all a pretend game, really. Okay, it's just a bunch of people jockeying for power who are primarily greedy, and they're dressing it up as if it's one nation versus the next, but it's not. It's just groups of criminal bandits, basically dressed up as politicians and world leaders with corporations, and they're just running around committing crimes, doing whatever it takes to win. And they think that that's how the world's supposed to operate, but really they've destroyed the world. And it's being held together by us little people, thank God. But our leadership, they've destroyed it all, and it's the little people holding it together. And so, what do I mean by all of this? What's really happening? So, Gold Bar Bob, the book I co-authored with Isabel Vincent, is, and I've said it a million times, it's a very good window into what politics is really about in America, and not just America, but around the world. Okay, our leadership, they are putting on, they're putting on a skit, putting on a play. Okay, in Washington D.C. They're making it seem like this is all about Republicans versus Democrats. Like I said before, they're making it seem like when they're meeting with lobbyists, they're crafting legislation that's going to help their constituents. That's the fake fictional lies story of this. Okay, that's not what they're really doing. And I know everyone's like, of course we already know that. Well, you think you know, but most people don't really know just how bad it is. That's why I say Gold Bar Bob is a very good eye opener. Okay. Because what they're really doing is they're working with mobsters, they're working with murderers. Bob Menendez was working with straight up mafia, terrorists, murderers. So when your elected officials are having their meetings, they're meeting with murderers. They're meeting with killers. They're meeting with straight up mobster criminals. This is who our politicians are doing business with. Do not be fooled. That's who's really pulling the strings. I'm just telling you. The reason why Trump is so popular is because people can sense, well, in a world like that, you're going to need a billionaire guy who can bring his own resources to bear to deal with this madness. Just saying. This is the reason why only the wealthy can really make it to become president, because you have it, this isn't about politics anymore. This is about navigating organized crime. It's about navigating spy systems, spy networks. It's about navigating, people who are trafficking in drugs. Like, that's who's running things. That's who our politicians are meeting with. That's who they're doing business with. I know people are like, oh, it's conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. I'm serious. Read Gold Bar Bob. Bob Menendez was one of the most powerful leaders of the Democratic Party. He was looked up to. He helped create what the party is today. All of the little minions running around there with positions of power, all of the powerful lobbyists who are aligned with the Democratic Party, Bob created most of those people. And so you can read the book. He was taking money from terrorist organizations who were bombing people in Cuba and other places throughout the Caribbean. He was taking money from people who were launching RPGs at the United Nations. He was taking political money into his campaign coffers from people who were assassinating politicians from other countries when they were coming to the United States with car bombs. Like, like, this is all what happened. It's all chronicled in the book. But when the general public looks at a guy like Bob Menendez, what they see is, oh, he's a really good politician who stands up for the rights of the Hispanic people. Like, and no matter what you say, you can read the book. only way you're gonna once you read the book, you'll know. Okay, actually, this isn't what it's like. Ooh, things are a little bit scary in America politically. Yeah, a little bit scary. It's flat out scary. When I was writing the book, um, when I was co-authoring the book on Gold Bar Bob, I got a call from New Jersey. Okay, and it was from an individual. He didn't say what his real name was, but he described who he was. And it was, and from the description, it had to be this guy Fred Davies, who was a co-defendant and co-conspirator and guilty party who went to jail along with Bob Menendez. And by the way that he described himself, uh, I'm pretty sure that was him. And he told me that he had nothing to lose and that he was going to kill me and my children. All right. That was in the middle of co authoring the book. And so I had to power through that, complete the book, which was not easy to do. And I couldn't reach out to help law enforcement. I couldn't contact the FBI. I couldn't contact local police because if you read the book, you'll see that Bob Menendez, he's close to the FBI. He's close to the local police here in South Florida. I was the enemy while I was co-authoring this book. I was literally enemy of the state, where the FBI, the IRS, the police, United States Senate, they were all on my behind, pressuring me not to write the book, having murderers call me, mobsters call me to threaten me and my kids' lives. And I couldn't go to anybody to say anything because I knew that Bob Menendez, being a Fed, being a senator, the government was in on it. That's just the deal, guys. That's what we're really dealing with here. We're dealing with a situation where the mobsters control the government. They control the government through politicians like Bob Menendez. And Bob isn't the only one, okay? It's all of these guys. It's almost impossible to get into high positions of power if you're not aligned with organized crime because they'll kill you. That's just the reality, right? And so then you fast forward to today and you look at what's going on and you see that Trump is out here and he's, telling the Iranians he's going to blow them to hell. He's giving them an ultimatum and everyone's freaking out. How can a president talk like that? Why is he being so bombastic? Well, he's being that way because President Trump understands the world I just told you about that I experience, right? I'm experiencing. Okay, I get my life threatened by a man who's sitting in jail right now, me and my kids' lives, and I can't even go to the police. To this day, I can't talk to anyone about it. If I try to, they'll threaten to kill me. The authorities will. That's what's up. That's the position I'm in. Okay, as an author, as an American, that's what I have to face. Hey, and so that's my reality. I don't complain about it. I have to live that life. And if one day I die or whatever it is, people will understand why. Because I dared to try to expose to the public what's really happening in politics in America. I dared to expose that our politicians are being blackmailed and being bribed by organized crime. Okay, and that there's an entire system in DC where there are leaders, politicians who are leaders who are bound to the mafia, to the mob, to organized crime, to drug lords, and they are organizing the other politicians below them. That's what's going on, right? And so this is the reality. It's not an easy one to live, but we got to live through it. This is not an easy time in the world right now, but we got to push through. And so here's Trump, and he's speaking the way he is. And the reason why he's speaking the way he is because he knows, like I know, and like very many people know, that we're not dealing with politics as usual anymore. We're dealing with murderers. We're dealing with terrorists. So the Iranian leadership are the kind of people that they have put money not only out on Trump's head as an individual to have him murdered, but his entire family, all the way down to his grandkids. And they're the type of people that not only will they try to murder Trump's family, but in the process, they'll try to traffic them. They'll try to take his grandkids and send them out as sex slaves and then murder them. Like that's what the world is dealing with the Iranian regime. These aren't typical regular bad guys. Like they are the type of people who make it everything personal. It's not about national business. It's not about politics. It's personal. And if you personally, as a leader in your country outside of Iran, if you stand against whatever they're pushing for, then they feel like they have the right to personally murder you, to go after your family, to go after your friends, to go after your business associates. That's the Iranian regime. And so when Trump speaks about them the way he does and he gives the ultimatums he does, is because he's speaking to human dogs. These people are dogs inside. I'm sorry. That's what they are. They're disgusting. And Trump knows this because he's has to experience this. The rest of us out here, regular people, have no clue of what's going on. And so we hear this guy's rhetoric and we get upset. But it's like, bro, you guys need to realize this is a dirty, nasty world we're in right now. It's way sicker than any of you out here could ever understand. Whatever you think, whatever you've seen on movies and TV, it's worse. It's worse. Just telling you, it's really bad right now. Right. And so that's why Trump is saying, he's talking the way he's talking. He's saying the things that he's saying, he's doing, he's operating the way he's operating, because we're not dealing with regular people here. We're not dealing with people who are trying to push a political agenda, or they're trying to make political gains, or trying to improve the status of their nation. No, we're dealing with straight up criminal spawn of the devil. People who shouldn't even be considered human. They have given up their humanity and 100% embraced the lowest forms, the most disgusting forms that a person could convert themselves away from and into some type of dog demon thing. Like, that's who these guys are. That's what they've accepted that they are. They did it mainly for money. Okay. And it's not just the Iranians. Like I said, look over here at Bob Menendez and these guys, his associates. Think about it, man. He had the ability to have the FBI and the US government support a known mobster in calling me to threaten me and my kids' lives so that I wouldn't help write the book on him. They followed it up with cyber stalking me. I've lost a marriage over this. I had a partnership I was in where I could tell people went to her and told her lies about me. I've been betrayed, right? And it was through the help of the US government because of how the situation is now in America, right? And so I encourage everyone to read Gold Bar Bob, because I'm telling you, it's not a one-off. What's happening, what you can read in the book is not, it's not like it's the thing that only a few people are doing. It's what everyone's doing in Congress. It's what our elected officials are all about. If they're not involved in organized crime, then they're involved in some type of cult, Freemasonry thing. I mean, these guys, we've really lost our ability to just have really good leadership of hardworking, honest individuals representing us. It's all been hijacked by different cult groups, Illuminati guys, crime organizations, underworld characters. It's all been hijacked. And our elected officials have either given in the blackmail or they've been bribed, or both, right? And so in that atmosphere, it's so bad, so evil. Trump comes in and he's talking like a crazy man, everyone thinks, but he's just bringing to us, he's giving us a wake-up call outside of DC, that's what DC is all about. It's a shit place. It's a shithole. And the people who are elected officials, they're crap. They need to be spoken to the way Trump speaks to them. It's what they deserve. It's high time that more people start doing it, because it's not right that we keep this charade on as if we've got elected officials who are nice guys. Nah, man, these guys are evil spawns, and they're greedy, and they're selling us out every single day. So we need more people like Trump bringing true language to the table here. And the true language is people need to be cursing. People need to be going off, because we've really, really, really spun off that far. The corruption has really gotten that bad. It really has. And so there's a deadline. with the Iranians tonight. Don't be surprised if Trump just tears them, just demolishes them, because this isn't a game world we're in anymore. There's no more playing games. This is everything from here on out is going to be kinetic. It's going to be serious. People are going to start seeing huge names, huge figures fall, just like Bob Menendez, one after the next, one after the next, because we're in that place now. Trump knows it, and that's why he's given the rhetoric where he is. That's why he's attacking so hard, because he actually has some instincts here, and he knows the time is at hand. It's time to push. It's time to go get what you want. And that's what Trump's doing with our military, the baddest machine on earth. So if I were the Iranians, I would say, hey, man, let's just have peace, because they're not going to survive this. And the reason why they're not is because Trump knows what their leadership is. Not all of the Iranian people. It's the leadership. He understands that criminal element there. He understands that they're dogs. They're not humans. They're dogs. And that's how he treats them. And he should, rightfully so. Now, I'm not, like I say, this is not me saying the Iranian people are bad. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is in all of our countries, here in America as well, we have dog leadership. We have evil, corrupt, crap people leading us. And unfortunately, either the media doesn't know any better or they're in cahoots with it. But I can tell you, I get a lot of pushback when I bring this stuff to the table. I co-authored the book. I try to cover it. But there's so much pushback because no one wants to admit that our elected officials have failed us. Our CEOs of our corporations have failed us. They have allowed themselves to just fall for just anything. And they've led us astray. And they've become rabid, just horrible, disgusting people. And so Trump, speaking the way he's speaking, it's the least he could do. That's how rotten and horrible a place this is in Washington, D.C. And not only that, but all over the world, leadership all over the world. We've got rotten, horrible, greedy, corrupt leadership everywhere you look. Everywhere you look. So I don't mind Trump's language at all. I don't. I think there should be more. I think more politicians need to start getting apoplectic about this and start letting loose, because this isn't about ideology anymore. It's about basic human decency. It's about being able to co-author a book and not have a government official send a bunch of murdering criminals after you, backed up by the federal government. Is that too much to ask for? So yeah, that's why Trump is tripping. That's why he's saying what he's saying. I continue to try to reveal this, but it's hard because I'm like one voice out here, right? But hey, read the book, read Goldbar Bob. It will open some eyes. It will let you see that we're just not in the place we thought we were as Americans and in the world, as citizens of the world, people all around the world. We really thought we were building a certain world when we were all growing up, right? But the world we've got, man, we took some wrong turns. We really did. And Trump is the leader right now, and he's beating the shit out of some of these guys. I don't blame them. They're sick. I wish it could be different, but I think with the predicament we're in, we're going to need Trump to do some more of this. It's just the case, because it's just that bad. Yeah. So, man, guys, have a great day. Thank you for all the support. Please subscribe if you can. It really helps with all of the algorithmic activities. But I want you guys to have a great day today. I'll be on social media and whatnot, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Love you.
Now I'ma put it down like that. I'm leaving, I ain't coming back. You don't like the way I act anyway. You really don't have to react. Don't try to change my mind, in fact. Honey, I've already packed all my stuff. We're no longer kids, let's move on. And you are not my kid, so I'm done. Please don't make me pull my gun. Sorry boy, I can't be the one. You know it, yeah. Nothing lasts forever. You know that a change will make it better. You know that nothing lasts forever. You know that, yeah, a change will make it better. There's no one to blame, you see. Maybe we're not meant to be. There are plenty more fish in the sea anyway. Every day's a different thing, so I'm not into wedding rings. It ain't personal, it's the way I think. Yeah. You know it, nothing lasts forever. And you know